Howdy folks, greetings. Now today I want to talk about three key areas that I think a Keir Starmer Labour government need to address if A, they want to get re-elected, but B, more importantly, if they actually want to heal this country. If they want to heal this toxic political divide where we're all at each other's throats online arguing about politics. If they want to bring a bit more trust and faith back into politics. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I really wish that I didn't run a political YouTube channel. There is nothing I'd love more than politics to be dull, boring. I'd love that. I'd love to wake up every day and the news be, the government put through a new education bill today. And I'm like, oh, great, okay, you guys still got this, have you? Things still ticking over? They're like, yeah, Mark, don't worry, things are ticking over. Just get back to your life, get back to your family and friends. Great. There's nothing I would love more than for politics to be dull as but it's not. We've had 14 years of corruption, of lies, of mismanagement of our tax money, of MPs being caught up in sex scandals, everything. We've had no choice but to have our head in politics every single day, with the cost of living, with the rise of our bills. Constantly, our heads are in politics. And I think the country is crying out for just dull, boring politics. Just get the job done, lads. Just get the job done. Now, going back to the political divide in this country, I think three key areas that Keir Starmer needs to address, his next Labour government need to address, is just throw everyone a bone. Just throw everyone a bone. I mean, this is what a first past the post government should do, right? We don't have a PR voting system. We don't have a coalition government. So we have a two-party system. So if one of those parties gets in charge, what they need to do, what the moral thing to do, is look at what the main issues and people care about in the country and throw everyone a bone. And that's where I'm going to start. So I sit more on the left of politics, so I'm going to start with that. What he needs to do to address the left side of the vote is he's got to make a dent on poverty. He has to. He has to. 8th richest country in the world, something like that, aren't we, UK? How can we have 300,000 of our citizens homeless? How can we have people using food banks? How can we have child poverty at the level it is? It's disgusting. And he needs to make a dent in poverty in this country. He has to. Am I hopeful? Not particularly when you look into the child benefit cap and things like that, but he's got to do it. That's our bone that he needs to throw to the left voter in this country. He needs to make some sort of dent on poverty because it's disgusting. I could not bring myself to vote for this man in 5 years' time if we're still seeing the same level of homelessness, the same level of child poverty and food bank usage. No way. That's the bone that he needs to throw to people that think like me. Now, those in the centre, I think he just needs to make a dent on the economy, hasn't he? Interest rates, inflation, all that sort of stuff. That'll keep them happy. But then you go to the right. Now, one of the biggest problems emerging right now with a Labour government is Nigel Farage. And he needs to throw him a bone. You can't fight Nigel Farage and his followers with logic and reason and things like this. You can't. He just needs to throw him a bone, and he needs to stop the boats. I mean, that straight away would probably be a re-election winner for him anyway. If he was the man to stop the boats, fantastic. Now, wherever you sit on this issue of asylum seekers and refugees, no one wants to see people risking their lives and dying in the English Channel. He needs to put an asylum centre in France. He needs to up border force, which is what he plans to do. But you've got to throw these guys a bone. Like I say, whether you like it or not, a lot of people in this country care about this issue of small boats and immigration. They care about it. And Farage is not going anywhere, and he's a threat going forward. He is a threat. If you throw him a bone, if you stop the boats, where's his recruitment policy? It's kind of like terrorism, isn't it? Like Hamas, right? So before October, Hamas are going around Palestine and going, you want to join Hamas? You want to join Hamas? Well, everything's all right, isn't they? It's not too bad. October happens, Israeli bombs come flying down. Everyone's like, oh shit, okay, let's join Hamas. It's the same thing with Farage. If you solve the boat problem, you ain't going to be able to recruit. But all the time, it kind of goes hand in hand with poverty as well, because, when people see asylum seekers being housed, refugees in hotels, all these sorts of things, and they see dire poverty. They see their neighbours using food banks. They see the homeless population. There is no doubt this is why Farage gets such a following, because it's so easy to point out. Look, asylum seekers getting housed, refugees in hotels. Look at all the homeless. Look at all these people using food banks. It's not right. Now, of course, there's an argument that this government can do both. They can house asylum seekers and help our homeless. But that's not, like I say, you can't fight Farage with logic and reason. Just throw him a bone, stop the boats, and you're squifle him. Squifle? That's definitely not a word. What's the word I'm looking for? Squash. You're squashing, but you got to throw him and his supporters a bone. You have to. And whether you like it or not, was it about 20% of the population are polling for reform? You know, they care about this stuff, and we live in a democracy. So that's what I'm saying, folks. We just need to heal this country again. That's what we want. You think back to like 2010, you know, I swear we didn't hate each other like we do now. We weren't online constantly shitting on each other and hating each other, trying to basically prove everyone wrong on Twitter. I know Twitter weren't around then, but you know, maybe it is social media to blame. It's obviously accelerated it. But we just need to get back to a position where everyone gets a bone thrown at them. Everyone is a little bit content on what the government are doing, and we can just get on with our lives. Thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comment section down below, please. And if you like the video, click a like. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe up top. There'll be another video. You can check that out as well. Till next time, take care.
Whoa! Okay.